Next, I'd like to introduce you a friend and someone I have great respect for, Penny Bacchiochi. Penny is state rep in the 52nd District, and she's also chair of the House Republican Caucus. Penny, would you please come on up?
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Good. Thank you, Mary, for your hard work on behalf of the men and women who serve our country. May God continue to bless them and keep them safe and bring each and every one of them home to their families. And please, can we give another round of applause to my friend Enzo Fienza and the 6th Republican Town Committee who put this incredible event together. I hate to say it, but it's been a while since I've been to a Republican event where I had to walk like 9 miles to get in, so thank you. Speaking of events, I don't know if you heard this, but our president, Barack Obama, was in town the other night. He was in a place called the Bacchiochi, which I always thought was where I lived, up in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, up there, up north. But apparently there's a whole other backcountry down in the southern part of the state. Anyhow, our president said a few things, believe it or not, that I completely agree with. Mr. Obama talked about the serious challenges that this country is facing and how desperately we need leadership. Don't we know that? Yes, he said, we need leaders. Barack Obama said, leaders who are willing to take on the status quo. I agree with that. Leaders who are willing to take on special interests. Absolutely. Leaders who are willing to fight for our futures? You bet. But I have to ask the president, if you think we need real leaders, what the heck were you doing in the backcountry with Dick and Dan when the leaders we need are right here in the highlands of Cromwell tonight? We in Connecticut need leaders like Tom Foley and my friend Mark Boughton, experienced executives with a plan, men with grit, leaders with courage. We need leaders like the unstoppable Linda McMahon. Right? My 11-year-old thinks that Linda McMahon is one of my BFFs. He gets the mail and tells me every day, Mom, that Linda sent you another postcard. He doesn't know that you're all her BFFs and you're all getting postcards every day. Linda McMahon, soon to be the first woman U.S. Senator from the great state of Connecticut. President Obama wants people to support his team, but we've had enough. Enough unemployment, enough of a recession, enough foreclosures, enough big government. We need leaders, all right. We need leaders like Brickley, Labriola, DiBasella, Caligieri, Peckinpah. Those are the kind of leaders we need. And we need to elect statewide officers with integrity and determination. We need that cash cop, Jeff Wright, right? We need Jerry Farrell and Martha Dean and Jack Orchuli. Those are the kind of leaders we need. And we need, and this is something near and dear to my heart, as the caucus chairman of the Connecticut House Republicans, we need to elect more Republicans to the Connecticut General Assembly. And that's why we need women like Christy Carpino as a mother, an attorney. That's right. She's a mother and an attorney and a volunteer for Special Olympics. She is a voice for the people, and we need Christy to take back that 32nd House seat in November. For those who don't know, Christy's running against the incumbent Jim O'Rourke, who's been up in Hartford for decades. He's one of just a handful of legislators left who voted for the income tax in 1991. And since then, he's voted for every single tax he could possibly find. Even in the throes in the last session of $1 billion deficit, O'Rourke voted for the estate tax, for the hospital tax, for the hotel tax, and for the new tax that's going to be on your electricity bill next week. If it's possible to do it, Jim O'Rourke will tax it, and that money is not coming back here to the 32nd House District. In fact, for every dollar that Cromwell has been sending up to Hartford, you are getting 25 cents back. And for every dollar that Portland has been sending up to Hartford, you're doing better than Cromwell. You're getting 36 cents back. That's certainly not a record to brag about or a platform to run on. And to all of the candidates here who I didn't have an opportunity to mention, I just want to say the wind is at your back, and we are all here to support you. So is it time for a change? Oh, yeah. Margaret Thatcher once made a statement, and she said, the problem with socialism is that sooner or later you run out of other people's money to spend. Right? Well, the Democrats have almost got us there, my friends. And the battle lines have been drawn, and the stakes could not be higher. With that, thank you, Enzo, for having me. And Michael, roll the video.
Great years for Washington. We really need a change in this district.
Knowing the situation was getting worse and thinking, we have to do things differently at the state level.
To fundamentally change the way state government works.
We live in a time of change, perhaps even a time of transformational change.
It is time we listened to the people of the state of Connecticut, made tough choices, gave them relief, lived within our means, downsized government, and help out our towns and cities. Thank you.
Over 100,000 of our residents, 100,000 of them, have lost their jobs in the last 2 years. Over 10,000 businesses have closed their doors. People are demanding of us as their elected leaders is a common sense solution.
Considering all that, we should tax the hell out